Top of the morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Dose. Jeremy Clevin here, joined by the magic man, Mr. Mark Hutchins, and the beast behind the glass, Mr. Byron Filson. Gentlemen,
Hi.
good
Hello.
to see you, Mark, and just the side of you, Byron, behind all that.
Just the side of your face.
The side of your sweet little face.
I blush under the beard.
I bet you do. There's a lot under that beard. Is your second home in there?
Could be.
Were you
animals?
traveling this year? I'm traveling to my beard.
It's a fantastic Friday.
It is a fantastic Friday.
Did you have a good week?
It was.
Did you do enough?
Did you?
Did you do enough, Mark?
I always do.
Did you outwork everyone around you?
I always do.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
Not me, though. Obviously. It's good.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little business today.
Yeah.
Like actual
We always talk business.
in the business, not necessarily on the business.
Let's talk in it, though.
What do we want to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about pre and post occupancy or possession, as we've all.
Yeah, everyone likes to call it
going.
pre-possession or post-possession.
But it's
agreement.
really occupancy.
But we want to change that to a degree. Well, not necessarily change it, but the pre-closing occupancy agreement.
Right.
So we have one in place, actually. If anyone needs that, because but steer away from that. I know, Mark, you were saying that before we were going on. Is like we
Just
need
don't do it
to
if you don't.
steer away from what we'll call the pre-possession, or I should say the pre-possession, what we'll call the pre-closing occupancy agreement, because it is a headache.
It just causes
There's just no
problems.
need.
I mean, every time I see an issue pop up, it's that, and only ironically are we bringing it up because it's come up multiple times from multiple agents this week alone. And last Friday, we discussed it at the Broker Summit at the Arizona School of Real Estate and Business. And the discussion was simply that, coming from an attorney too. Number one, first thing they say is just try not to do it. But obviously it's going to happen. But I mean, you guys all know the potential warning or the potential issues that can happen because
Same thing with post possession.
It's if you let it's always when you do something like this or something little happens that becomes a headache. The refrigerator breaks, the stove doesn't work, and they say it wasn't working when they moved in, but the seller says it worked when they moved out, and that's
all that crazy stuff, right, Mark?
Well, it is crazy stuff,
know.
and it's annoying because I'm dealing with it right now. Where now we've got two agents coming together to buy a brand new refrigerator. It's not their responsibility, but guess what? When fingers point and lawyers get involved, you just kind of do what you got to do to get the monkey off the back. So get the monkey off the back, right? Don't do it, or if you fall into that issue, obviously you got to bring us in. But there's always just a solution, right? There's always a way to get through the problem. And then
there's a way to do it the right way if you must.
Correct. And if you have to do it the right way, using that pre-occupancy, pre-closing. Yeah.
It's all good. I know it's new. It's new to me too.
It is new. Well, but it also it's protection for both parties. Another part, a question that people ask too is that insurance piece, right? Because if you're selling the home and the buyers taking pre-closing possession or occupancy, you have an issue of what happens if the seller or the buyer burns the place down or someone gets injured, all that stuff. So part of it too is notifying the insurance company that you are selling your home. They are taking pre-occupancy, and you need to find out what coverage is needed to cover yourself so that if they do burn it down, it's not you specifically and you're not occupying the property. You are in a situation where you may not be able to be covered. Your insurance may not cover those situations. So it's little things like that you need to know about, that your buyer or your seller needs to know about. But in reverse, your buyer needs to know about if they're letting the seller take lease back or whatever that, stay for an extra week after closing. Same thing. Your buyer wants to be certain that they have the proper insurance in place because it's almost like they have a tenant there, right? So just be aware, guys. Try not to get yourself in those situations. We know they're going to happen. Ask your brokers. Ask us. ask the question before you go down the road, so we can eliminate as much risk as possible.
Guys, we were going on here and we're thinking, what are some things that are hot button items in the industry right now that are getting asked contractually wise, and or industry, more in the business, not necessarily on the business, but what's really going on in the trenches out there. And we want, that being said, we want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you want us to speak about. You guys know what we're all about, is to try to share information on the dose here. Send us something that you've run across that maybe we can, give you a little shout out and some appreciation and help everyone else around us. So guys, hope you had a good week. Still time to go get it, Mark. Have a good day.
Always
good weekend. See you next week.
See ya.